Let me just start it off with our core example that 12-year-old me would not believe that I married a truck boy.
Okay. Yes. On that same token, my 12-year-old me would be flabbergasted that I, in my 30s, am a gun lover. What?
12-year-old you would be 35-year-old, 34-year-old me is actually like still sort of shocked.
Me, yeah. Me?
Not in a bad
Yeah.
way.
No, I know. It's crazy. It's
Pleasantly
absolutely crazy.
surprised.
Pleasantly
Like,
surprised.
oh, fun. This is a fun example. This is a fun new facet of Kayla's personality. 12-year-old me would never believe that my husband has a motorcycle and that I'm obsessed with it. And even more specifically, that it's like considered our family Harley.
That is pleasantly surprising for me to you. So wild. Okay.
Me too.
There's a couple that are related directly to me, and there's a couple of things that are related to the world. Staying on my self-expression, 12-year-old me would not believe that 34-year-old me has half her head shaved. Like,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
say those things out loud, like, yeah, you've got a pixie cut with half your head shaved. What?
And now I don't even know who you are without it.
I know. It's very weird.
Here's a fun one. 12-year-old me definitely never in a bajillion years would have thought that I lived in Florida. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
34-year-old me is actually asking that now.
That's funny. Okay, here's where Kayla starts to take a turn. 12-year-old me was so innocent. She would be so surprised to realize that everything is a lie and the world is ran by a satanic cabal. If we really want to just dive right deep in there.
I honestly think 12-year-old me could have hung in for that. 20-year-old me could not have.
I don't know. My life has progressed in a way where this has now become a possibility. No, never in my life before this would I've ever been able to wrap my head around it.
I feel you. 12-year-old me would be absolutely floored that 34-year-old me has a sleeve.
Yes, which I love.
Would have not believed. Would have thought was cool, but would not have believed. Yeah. Especially considering my parents' feelings about tattoos.
So crazy. Yeah, I guess 12-year-old me would have been surprised that I had a nose ring at one point, but that has been since gone. That was in one of my trying to figure out my life in my 20s. I actually really liked it, but it's just not practical.
I liked it for you.
Thanks. It was fitting for the time being.
Honestly, it's funny. My husband just asked me why does everyone in my generation end up with a nose ring at some point? And I was like, I never did, but it's not off the table. He was like, stop.
That's funny. Okay, back to my actual list. 12-year-old me would be surprised that flare jeans are back in style. And you know what? Now that I've accepted it, I'm kind of happy about it.
You know, this is a side tangent, but 12-year-old me wouldn't believe that I wear skinny jeans.
That's fair.
And I'm going to hold on to them things forever. 12-year-old me would be absolutely astounded that people take me seriously at work. And 34-year-old me is still wondering why or how that has happened.
It's very weird. 12-year-old me would be so confused and shocked and would ask the question, why have we still not gone back to the moon? Because we went before. You know, like, I'm expecting to see a bunch of cool things in my lifetime.
Oh, yeah, where's our flying cars?
That's the next one. Exactly.
12-year-old me, I'm going to do these two back to back, but 12-year-old me would be absolutely offended that 1, I complain about driving, and 2, that I complain about going to work. Because I have a vivid memory as a child of being like, I can't wait till I'm old enough where I can pick up my keys and say, bye, I'm going to work.
Yeah, we were delusional. Okay, 12-year-old me would be shocked and a little scared to know that 34-year-old me has been through like 5 different, basically historical disasters or pieces of history that I would not have been predicted. We made it to the other side, but like, how many more are we going to live through in our lifetime?
I've had enough. 12-year-old me would have been very surprised to know how much 34-year-old me questions the government. Like, anytime the government says anything, that me in this day and age goes, really?
Yeah, Miss bow down to authority. Kayla over here would also be surprised.
Yes.
Yeah. But the other thing I would be surprised about is the flying cars. Why don't we have flying cars? But you already hit that, so I'll move on to I would be shooketh, and I am still shooketh that AI is here and that AI creates videos that you can't tell are AI. And like, what does that mean for our entire life? Like that literally, that's like the meteoroids coming down and killing the dinosaurs. Like this could be this could be world earth changing if that even ever happened.
Right? If the dinosaurs were even real. 12-year-old me would not believe that I would have gone from being raised in a hardcore Republican house, swung over to true blue Democrat land, and now live in this ethereal mist somewhere in between that is neither here nor there because I feel that both sides of the political party are two sides of the same coin and neither are acting in my favor.
Yeah, it's just two wings of the same bird. I completely agree. You took the words out of my mouth. 12-year-old me would also be surprised that on a different note, I don't know if you remember, but I didn't really love kids that much when I was younger. So I think I'd be pleasantly surprised that I am thoroughly enjoying being a mother of two and want a third.
Heck yeah,
It's
dude.
kind of weird.
It is, but I love that. 12-year-old me would never believe 34-year-old me that I had a wildly thick Midwestern accent. I would have had no idea how crazy I sounded to other people.
And it was funny, 34-year-old me is surprised about how much of a Floridian accent you have now.
I know I've learned that I'm very impressionable.
Yeah, you picked it up pretty quickly. That's too funny. Okay, my last one is in my naivete of younger years, my 12-year-old me would be so sad and shocked to learn that everything is so freaking expensive.
Girl,
I
you
can't
are
even
lying.
breathe without spending money.
As another side tangent, 12-year-old me wouldn't believe how much more I have to pay attention to what I eat versus just cramming shit in my mouth. Like,
So true.
she did not appreciate it. But last but not least, 12-year-old me would not believe that I would be doing a podcast with a tennis girl who also played soccer and broke a windshield by kicking a soccer ball over the net one time and lived 5 houses away from me.
That's a good one.
How
That's a
weird is
perfect
it?
one. It is weird when you think about us just running back and forth from our houses, and now we live across the country, but we still do this weekly. Check out our
I
podcast.
would not be surprised that we're still friends,
Right.
but I would be surprised at where life has taken both of us and that this is happening. Podcast wasn't even I didn't even know what the fuck
what
that
is
was.
that? Oh my gosh, too funny. I
All
love
right,
it.
my friend. Well, cheers to not being 12 anymore.
I could go back for a little bit. No responsibilities.
I know.
I do too.
Well, until next week.
Love you,
Love you,
bye.
bye.